Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this tutorial video on split wheels. Throughout these tutorial videos, I will always aim to demonstrate skills in both modern and old school playboats, because I think it's important to observe the differences. There are also a few phrases I use repeatedly in these tutorials, so I'll just briefly explain those now. First of them is the centre line. That's just an imaginary line dividing the kayak and kayaker left and right, and it runs down the centre of the body and the centre of the boat. I also talk a lot about pre-loading or loading. There's a better explanation of this coming in the Lean Clean video that's coming soon, but it refers to the subtle control of hips and core muscles to place weight on specific quadrants of the boat, and it often therefore means that you're loading that quadrant with surface water. And finally, neutral positioning. This refers to a baseline standard of posture and muscle engagement. When upright, for instance, neutral means being sat upright, leaning neither forwards nor back, with the core engaged but not tensed. So, you mastered cartwheels, and maybe pirouettes too, but you want to take your playboating to the next level. The split wheel, i.e. two consecutive ends with a change of direction in between, is a good place to start. It's another versatile move that links well with cartwheels, lunar orbits and trucky woos. But if you haven't already got the hang of the cartwheel, head back and check out that video first. To start a split wheel, begin exactly as you would with a cartwheel, by initiating the bow, and crucially, looking upstream to your upstream mark. As the bow reaches its deepest point, you'll want to bring the active paddle blade up to a more vertical position and use it to perform a controlled half pirouette. I like to imagine that I'm drawing a small arc from one side of my boat to the other. You may find, as I'm showing in this example, that standing up slightly in the seat makes this arc snappier and easier to achieve. From here, allow the stern end to fall, still guiding it with that first active blade, but now rotating the head over the opposite shoulder than where you started from, to spot your upstream mark again. After that, you're simply winding up and switching active blades to initiate the bow on the opposite side. A few pointers. Firstly, and this is especially notable in old school boats, where you're having to work slightly harder for each end, don't let that stern end drop too flat. Not only will the flat stern end not count in competition, but it will be very difficult to drive the stern down from a flat position. Secondly, and this specifically applies to old school boats, don't be surprised if the split wheel is quite a slow move. All that extra length slicing through the water creates quite a bit of resistance. Finally, like many of these moves, having your head rotated correctly, and particularly snapping from looking over one shoulder to the other, will have a huge impact on your success. I really hope you enjoyed watching this tutorial video. I hope it was informative. Please leave a comment suggesting something else you want to see a tutorial on, or something else that you'd like to see a video made about. Thank you very much for watching.